All right, what is up, YouTube? It is that time of the year again. We're going to be doing another tier list of characters I regret pulling. Do I or do I not regret pulling them? Now, I will put on the screen my previous tier list, like showing how they were all placed last year, over a year ago actually. And we will go through all of the characters that I have acquired after that, even if they're on reruns or whatever, and we'll go from there. And we will place the new characters on the tier list. So jump cut, and we're back. All right, so this is ordered, semi-ordered, like generally ordered. Like these three are top favorites of mine. Okay, they're best girls. They are cream of the crop, and we'll stay that way forever. Rest of these fellas, ladies and fellas, men, are going to be going on to the tier list. We got 3 categories. Don't regret, obviously, you know, they're quite self-explanatory. Could skip, and then regret. And then everything else is just kind of to put them on the list for the sake of it. So starting off with the man, the myth, the legend, the most buffed character in all of Honkai Starbucks, King UN. We're gonna put him in don't regret. Actually, I got him off of fun of 10 pull, and we won the 50-50 after pulling Sunday. Which, speaking of which, we should put him up here. I don't regret. He's an amazing unit. We're gonna do Sunday quick. Actually, amazing character. We will change that. Actually, I changed this. He is no longer a regret character. He is no longer a regret character. I've put more time into him on my alt account. I like him. I love him. I actually use him semi-often. Not in endgame content, of course, but Sunday. Awesome unit. Best. One of the best harmony units in the game. Just insanely awesome. Borneo 2.0. Love to see it. I love him. He's great. I need to get him on my alt account eventually. Shin not hating men. Yeah, I've evolved. I don't hate men anymore, but you know what? I regret claiming ratio. I regret claiming ratio. I hate this guy with a passion. It has only grown stronger since. And you know what? I could skip Luocha. Or I regret pulling Luocha on my main account. I was so pulling Luocha on my main account came from Shin in 2023, who did not get Luocha and struggled with sustain back in the day. When I got him on his rerun with Acheron. That is where that came from, and I don't use him except for a specific team that I enjoy, and the other one I don't enjoy, so I don't use it. So I do regret wasting the pulls on him in 2024, unfortunately. Yeah, Rez, you thought I didn't hate men? We're back at it again. Fuck this guy. Fuck these men. Next up, we have Ling Sha. I'm gonna put her in don't regret. She's break support, and I've actually changed my mind. I've changed my mind on Super Break actually, but that's because something else has taken the place of Super Break. I hate something more than Super Break now, and I will get to it when she comes up. But she's just a great healer. She does decent damage, especially in Super Break. She's consistently healing and cleansing, just really fun and good in general to use. Rappa Parappa. Awesome. Favorite break DPS. The only reason why I invested into break in general was because of her. Firefly was just like a hee-hee funny thing. Rappa's awesome. I love her. She's great. And she will always be my favorite / the best break DPS. I don't care what anybody says. Fugue. Another Nihility unit. So I had to get her. But she's also a break support. She is the premium version of Harmony Trailblazer. And she does not disappoint. I love her. She's great. She's actually really good. I like her a lot. And she helps make Breakeron good. I don't like using Breakeron, but the one time I used it to clear endgame content in Anomaly Arbitration, it was hilarious and it was great. Also, yes, Lune did get redemption because I've put more time into actually building him. On my ult. I don't have him on my main yet. But yeah, great character. I really enjoy her. Again, you know, it always makes it easier to not hate a team when the premium team is full of waifus you enjoy. So speaking of waifus that people enjoy, we're gonna grab Thirda. I have no idea, honestly, where to put her. So we're gonna talk about Aglaia. Just barely not into, could skip. I think playing with her made me not enjoy her as much. Unfortunately, I think reading her kit and playing it are two different things. It doesn't feel as bad as I probably doom posted into thinking, but it doesn't feel that great either because I don't have Huohuo on my main account yet. And so I end up using her with another character that came out, and absolutely Ark said it best. Aglaia's cool. She's awesome. She's hot as fuck. She is mommy. She is a MILF. But she was done dirty by them making her require a bunch of energy and then making the kit split it up everywhere. And her kit was so segmented that to get a cohesive character, you want her E1 and her light cone. So you're pulling 3. You're effectively wasting 1.5 5-star characters to make her playable, even in her premium team yet. And it's just really rough. It is really rough. Okay, now let's address Thirda. I could skip. I do enjoy her. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put her in Don't Regret because her kit is actually really cool. I think her being the second emanator, the way her passive her trace works for an emanator passive with having additional erudition characters makes Acheron's emanator passive, because that's just what I'm going to refer to it as, feel bad, because Acheron's E2 makes her on the same playing field as Thirda's emanator passive trace, and it just, she's really good. I like the fact that she has a lot of energy, but she deals with it by having energy regeneration built into her kit whenever allies attack. So having characters like Lingsha, Hyacinth, Jade, and Tribby, Anaxa, those types of characters will do really good for her. And you know, her just, I do like how her kit overall works. It's just a really cool kit and it's quite fun and I do enjoy it. Next up, big quality, you know, we talked about a character that started out as a small character in the form of the doll, and then we got big. But now we're going to talk about a character that could have been great if they gave us her true form, but they gave us Tribby. I could skip Tribby only because I did skip her on my main account, but I probably should put her up here because she's just absolutely busted. But like, I could skip her, and I did because she's a little kid. Her kit's awesome. She's a little kid and I don't want to pull her. I have her on my alt account, so I do know the value of her, and she is absolutely insane, especially paired up with Thirda, Anaxa, and then Bohua. It's just it's one of my favorite teams on my alt account to use, and it's just awesome. I love the team, and she's a great character, and I recommend her to people. One of the best harmony units in the game. 100% worth your pulls if you do go for her, especially with Quid Pro Quo. But she's a little kid, therefore I regret pulling her. Castorice, you know, if you remember, I talked about hating a team more than Super Break. And that's not even that I hate the team. I love Remembrance. I hate Castorice. If Castorice did not have a global passive, I would skip her. I would skip her every time. Just the Shangling copy pasta, but with Castorice, because they've decided to go the route of shilling 2 teams this entire version, and it just so happened I did not care for the character that they shilled, and that's what it really boils down to. I think Castorice is cool. Her kit is awesome. I just don't care for her design. I like our other purple scythe user much more. Purple butterfly scythe user much more than Castorice. I think Castorice's kit is great. I think it's really cool. I just don't like Castorice. I'm sick of using Castorice. I have Castorice fatigue. I've been very vocal about it on Twitch at twitch.tv/shimpo_. And I don't know, like, it's just, I'm sick of seeing her, and I will probably feel better about her when I don't have to see her every day, because all of the end game buffs buff her and one other DPS at least. Like, there's 2 DPSs that get buffed most end game modes cycles, and next version, allegedly, I love both of the characters getting shilled, so I'm gonna be loving it so much more. And that's why I want to clarify, she's a cool character. I like her. I don't care for her enough, so therefore I'm sick of seeing her, and I don't like that she's being shilled, because I just have to always look at her, and I barely used her on my main account unless I absolutely had to for anomaly arbitration. But that's why I'm fortunate that I got my beloved Raiden E6S1, and I can just brute force content with her, so I don't have to look at casters on my main account at least, but I do on my alt. Anaxa, don't regret. He's awesome. I love him. I use him as a sub DPS for Thirda. I've used him as a main DPS for anomaly arbitration actually, and he's really good at both. I do have his E1, and both Thirda and Anaxa have Thirda's signature light cone, because roll the clip, we will roll the clip, but I tried to be relatable and waste pulls, and I got punished for trying to be relatable. But let's roll the clip. We're relatable. What the fuck?
But wait, there's more.
I was at 15. What? So yeah, I tried to be relatable and it backfired. And yeah, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that. Great character, love him. I do enjoy using him a lot. His kit is very fun. Hyacinth. There we go. I could skip her. If she wasn't, again, it's just like Tribby. If she wasn't so busted, I would skip her on my alt account. But she was so busted, she's so busted that I pulled her on my alt account. But I don't have her on my main account, and I don't think that will ever change. She's a cool character. She does a lot of damage, but she's just so broken. And I don't like her design enough to pull her on my main account. My main account is good enough where I can afford to not pull characters like that. Even though it might bite me in the ass, I do manage to clear all the content with acheron every single cycle. Check me out on Twitch to see that, because I do it at least once with her every single time. But you'll see that I basically don't like Castorice and her team. because it was just shilled so hard. But we have another top contender. Sorry, Face Out, you gotta go down a peg. Cypher, best Chrysosaur in the game. Best Chrysosaur, story-wise, character-wise, design-wise, awesome. She's hot as fuck. She's adorable personality-wise. And her kit is awesome. I really enjoy her kit. Her ultimate and holding her damage to see the big nuke is really satisfying, even though I hate holding damage. I hate seeing that ult ready and not clicking it. I want to click it and see the cool animation because her ult is so cool. I'm sad I lost her 50-50 initially, but I managed to get her on my main account, and I do have her signature on both my accounts, so I have a fast as fuck Pella on my ult account, and it's awesome. But it's great. Cypher's awesome. I love her. Fantastic. Finan, I could skip. He's not in regret because he's actually really good, and I think he will maintain relevancy for a bit. And I like his Castellana form, and who doesn't appreciate a good Kevin XP, you know what I'm saying? Kevin XP go Burr, what can I say? But he was just kind of like a bucket we ball pull, and I managed to win the 50-50. So he's here, and I'm okay with that, but I could skip him. Don't regret. We're just gonna do both of these together because Archer you were forced to claim him, but I got both of them E2 S1, and they're fantastic. I wish I could E6 S1 them because they're never gonna get reran again, but that's streamer money I don't have. You know, like that's streamer money I do not have. So I'm okay with E2 S1. I think that is a great stopping point for DPSs or characters in general, but their E2 S1s are fantastic, and I'm more than happy with them where they are now. And they're just really fun. Shout out to Hoyo for doing the right thing and letting us use the Japanese voices in the English version of the game. It's really cool. I think it should have been like that from day one, but I'm glad they added it in after. Next up, we've got Hysolins. Make Dot great again. Just like with the Kafka buffs. Like it was fantastic. She's awesome. I love her kit. It's just, oh, I love Dot. It's fantastic. Dot is one of the best teams in the game, in my opinion. It's so fun. And the buffs and the support they've gotten with the new planner set, Hysolin, Kafka buffs, just absolutely amazing. Amazing team. Great. I love it. There's not much for me to say because I like her so much that I basically just say that. Next we have Evernight. I don't regret her. I initially wasn't going to get her on my main account, but I did. And her signature light cone. And I did the same on my alt account because castorice support. But Evernight's awesome. I really like her kit. I do try to use her as a main DPS on my main account. And I try to do like an Astral Express crew team with Cyrene. And I just really like her kit. It's actually really fun to use, and it makes you kind of think about the rotation a little bit. You don't necessarily have to because it's Honkai Star Rail. Rotations are very like straightforward, but it's good. I like it. She's a great character, and I would pull her again. This character is like, I have an arc with this character, just like Arc has had an arc with this character. Dan Hung Permancer Terra. One of my favorite male characters in the game. He's no Daddy Well, that's for sure, but I like Dan Hung. I loved his initial design. Dill Pickle, Imbibed Lune, great design. I just don't like how flowy it is, but it makes sense. I like it. I appreciate the design. I just don't care for it. Permancer Terra is Dan Hung's best design. My biggest critique is the horns and the tail. That is just me nitpicking though, but it is by far my favorite design. Now let me know in the comments down below, which is your favorite? Dan Hung 4-star, Dill Pickle, or Dan PT? Let me know which one is your favorite design wise. I'm happy they made him a sustain, and his bondmate buff and kit is so awesome that I saw him and I read his kit and I was like, oh, he's dot support. They changed his kit. Oh, he's just still acheron support, because I always thought of him as acheron support. He is acheron support. I did pull his light cone, and if he wasn't free, you can ask chat. Chat, did I say if he was not confirmed free, I was going to pull? Did I not say that? I was going to pull him. I was going to use pulls for a man in Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, and he's so cool. Like, he's so cool. His light cone lets him heal. His shields are insane. He's just a great character all around. He cleanses. He deals a decent amount of damage. Great character all around. I love him. He's f***ing awesome. He's great. Cyrene Alicia. I don't regret. People were doom posting saying she was mid, and I don't blame them. Her ult can be slow to build up in certain teams, and her buffs for the Chrysos heirs, some of them aren't that great. Okay, I know that. I will admit that. But she is awesome. She's for Dahlia. She helps Dahlia a lot. And she's best in slot for castorice as well. You know, eye roll, yada, yada, yada. You know my spiel every time I mention a castorice support character. I think she's just a really cool character that, you know, they made her with the Chrysos heirs in mind. And that's absolutely fine. And they made her in mind with remembrance characters. So if they add remembrance characters going forward, she will be relevant to them in some fashion, but she is focused on the Chrysos heirs. And I think that's really cool. I think having a super neat, like having her super niched out is good, because then it means you can still use Remembrance Trailblazer with other teams because he still has the use case. But you could still use Cyrene in other teams and she does okay. It's just she works better and feels better in Chrysos heir / remembrance teams. She's a Chrysos heir character. That's what she prefers, and that's depending on if you liked and pulled Chrysos heirs, that's how your feelings for Cyrene will be affected. Like, if you like the Chrysos heirs, you'll think she's awesome. If you didn't care for them and didn't pull many, you're not going to find much value and you're not going to care for her as much. But at the end of the day, she is a beautiful waifu, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Now, as of right now, it is December 12th, 2025, a few days before the next patch. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I will not regret the Dahlia. I don't need to explain myself. I feel like you guys probably know why I don't regret her. But in case you don't know that and you're new here, first of all, welcome. I'm sorry you have to learn or see this. But she is yandere Jade with Tiggle Biddies, with jiggle physics up the wazoo for in the context of Honkai Star Rail. And she's just got a sexy ass voice. She's mommy.exe character. The first time I saw her, I had the same reaction to when I first saw Jade in the game, in the cutscene. And it's just, whoa, neurons activated. And I'm just like, thank God I built Super Break, because now I can justify pulling her. But she's just a really cool character. Her kit's insane, actually. Like, let's be fucking real. It's absolutely nuts what she does for Super Break. But that is it for this tier list. As you can tell, most of them are in Don't Regret. And I will, since most of these are in Don't Regret, would you say the game is in a good state? Is Star Rail in a good state? Let me end this video and we'll make a little video on that in just a second. But this is my tier list. Let me know, do you guys disagree or agree? Do you guys regret some of the characters I don't regret? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, and subscribe to see more Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and other gacha weeb content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.